Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I'm not alone, I'm joined by another brother from another mother, another fellow Romanian streamer, and his name is Vortex. How are you doing, my friend?
Amazing, amazing. Thanks for having me here with you and talking about these amazing champions.
Yeah, glad to have you. You know what? It's very rare to see Romanian content creators for this game, at least that do content in English. So I'm happy to see a second one. First one, for those of you that know, Scratch is actually Romanian as well. You know, guys, if you did not know, Vortex did not know before this. Now he knows that Scratch is a fellow Romanian. But the subject of today's video is gonna be we're gonna be talking about some of like our 5 topics that we would choose to power start an account. Like, what would be the best to help you progress your account? That's what both of us are going to go back and forth with it. But before we jump into that, I want to hear a little bit about Vortex. And first of all, we have a video on his channel. Make sure to go check that one out as well. Did a collab on that side. The link to that video is going to be in the description and the pinned comment. Make sure to go check it out. Drop a like. Drop him tons of subs. Let's get this man famous. But yeah, tell me, how did you start playing Raid? Like, what got you into Raid Shadow Legends?
I can't remember, to be honest. I started basically when the game was out. So we're talking about like 5 years ago. I played for like a couple of months and then I dropped it. I got my Duchess when she was released. I got her, it was probably my second legendary on my channel. I got her and then I dropped out. I went for like 2 years. I didn't play the game. And then recently, like probably a year and a half ago, I came back to the game and I started playing like seriously, you know.
Yeah.
And finished some of the content that I had on to finish on my channel, on my account.
Yeah, you basically did the opposite. People that get the Duchess start playing Raid harder. You're like, I got Duchess, nah, I'm out.
Yeah, no, I remember because when she was released, I pulled her. And then I posted like pictures on Facebook, you know, I didn't know exactly how strong she was, you know. And I was like, oh, I got this legendary. And everyone was like, oh my God, you put like the best one, you know. But then I don't know. I think I got lost in other games or stuff like that, you know, like actual games on PC, you know. So I was like, I didn't have time to play Raid anymore. But yeah, I'm glad to be back now to it and, you know, hopefully make some good content for people.
Yeah, I hope so as well. The game is still trucking. Even though it's like 5 years old, it's still going good. It's still going good. I had a similar situation before I started doing content, same as you, with me pulling my first Void Legendary was Safi. So I pulled her and asked people, like, is she good? You're like, oh my God, you got her. No, she's broken. She's the best. I'm like, okay, good to know. Let me build her up then.
Okay. Yeah, let me try her. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like she might sound okay. Okay, fine. Let's get on to it. But I guess let's start with this subject. So again, what we're talking about today, guys, is if we could pick 5 champions, we're gonna go 1 rare, 1 epic, 1 legendary, 1 void legendary, and 1 mythical. If we could pick these 5 on our account as we'd start a brand new account, who would we pick? That's kind of like the subject. You know, it's a fun one. That way, I guess it can showcase maybe some champions that people would not think about in that way. So that's what I'm hoping to do with this video. So I guess since you're the guest, we're gonna start with you. Who's gonna be your rare that you would start your account?
When I made the list, I was thinking about, you know, overall content, not just one specific area in the game, because that's how you start an account. When you choose like your first 5, you know, like we're doing, you think about all the content, right? So for the rares, you know, everyone, I know pretty much who people will go for. But for me, it's a bit different. And it's in all green. And it's actually Bellower.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, because Bellower, I mean, he is a void, obviously, but it's not that important. It's about the debuffs that he brings, even though small versions of those. But you know, if you're lucky enough to pull a soul for him, you know, you can actually I forgot the name of the
Nature's Bounty.
The blessing. Yeah, and you can use that one to pull out the big versions of the debuffs, you know. Plus AoE attacks on all 3 attacks, you know, like, and you can use him in Hydra, you can use him Arena, you can use him in dungeons, everywhere. So for me, I think it's a pretty good rare, and I think a lot of people don't give him enough credit, you know. Plus the campaign, he can be a campaign farmer as well, you know. Especially, like I said, in the beginning, he can be amazing in campaign for you.
Yeah, that's a really
Yeah.
good choice. And in your, to your point, having somebody has all AoEs, especially for early on, when you have all campaign farming, that's what you need just to keep hitting
Yeah.
it and killing them.
Yeah.
He's amazing for that. And after that, there's so many builds that you can get on him to specialize him for controlling stun sets, for build him in a curse set for Hydra for later on. There's
Provokes
so
it
many
or something.
things. Provokes it exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he's definitely top 5 rares in the game, hands down. If somebody says
Exactly.
different, they don't know what they're talking about. So definitely a good choice with that one. So I guess for
All
me, I'm gonna go with the obvious choice because
Okay, of course.
I just love this champion. She's amazing. I swear, every time something new comes into the game, I always do the free to play test and like, can Coldheart do it?
Yes.
Can Coldheart do it? Every single new content comes out, how much can Coldheart hit? That's what I test, and it
Yeah.
has to be her. She's
Of
just
course.
amazing overall. 4 hitter on the A1, which makes her amazing for Fire Knight. AoE on the A2, which can hit pretty decent. Strong
Yes.
hit on the A3, that for bosses, it's just amazing. She's kind of like the one that unlocks Spider and Fire Knight in the early game, and that's why I wanted to choose her. She's so powerful for those things, and then when you get into the end game, she's still good for Spider. She's still good in some Fire Knight teams. She can even be used in like Shoguns. She has place everywhere. So
Yes.
champions like this, I always try to choose, like you said, for overall areas, but that also have longevity. I don't want to choose somebody that's, oh, he's gonna be good now, but then he's gonna sit in my vault forever afterwards.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
why.
to be honest, I am gonna say I have 2 of them build. I'm not gonna say build amazing, but they're built pretty well, and I don't use them anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't use them anymore. I'm not sure. Maybe I should, but I feel like
I have a few cold hearts built.
4 of them. How many do you use out of those 4? Like on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, I use 1, 2.
1, 2. Okay, so I think maybe like Spider or something like that, right?
Yeah, Spider. Sometimes when there's like the Doom Tower bosses, like especially when there's Dark Phase, she comes in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other 2 were just built for when we have the Dark Elf or Rares only events, and that's when I use, them 4 and the Ghost Spawn, or them 4 and somebody else that brings decreased defense. Because why not? Why not? They don't all have full masteries. Like a couple of them don't have masteries. They're all fully booked. They're worth it. That's, Coldheart's one of the few ones, since we mentioned her. Coldheart's one of the few ones that's worth building at 2 of them. Let's say now go higher, but 2 of them. Basically, the Fire Knight is easy peasy if you get 2. So definitely.
Unless you get to like stage 10 where they kind of drop.
Yeah, if you get to stage 10 hard, then you're like, okay, maybe you don't build a second one.
Yeah. No, yeah, amazing champion. I love her. I actually have, I'm not going to put that picture out, but in my cluster clan, I have a bunch of people who are making this kind of arts, with these champions. And one of the guys, he made a pretty amazing picture with her. She looks really nice compared, a lot more different than what she's in the game. I think that would be the choice if Plarium would make her, But
Another
anyway.
skin, yeah.
Yeah, another skin, amazing. He did an amazing job. Anyway.
Okay, what's your
So let's go
epic?
for the epic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if my epic will be the same as yours. I don't think so. But it's Whisper.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Now, the big story about Whisper for me, first of all, I think she was part of the Amazon login,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I pulled her. I got her. And then one day I decided that I'm going to feed her to some other champion,
Oh.
Yeah, but that was back in the days when nobody knew about her. Because let's be honest, until Saf made a video about her, and talking about her, how good she is, nobody actually was using Whisper, right?
Yeah.
And now I don't have her anymore, and I kind of want her.
Oh,
yes, because yes, and I fed her, but she's absolutely amazing. This one, she can do a lot of damage with her A3 and her A2, with the weaken, with the ignore defense, everything. Like, to me, she is basically a legendary undercover, honestly. And you basically, by having her in my team, because we're talking about starting a new account, right? Having her as a damage dealer in my team would allow me to have legendaries that can do other stuff, like support and stuff like that,
Yeah.
And which is why I went for her. And I think she would be amazing as a starter.
Yeah, she's pretty much a boss killer. That's what she does
yeah.
good. And funny story about Whisper, she was my first 6-star on my account.
Oh,
When I
okay.
started, I didn't, learn enough. Where I was like, oh yeah, 6-star your starter. My starter was Gaelic, by the way, not the best
Okay.
choice.
Oh, yeah.
But
That
I
was it.
6-starred her. The thing was, during that time, I did not have the right team, because that's the thing. You need the right team, the right core around her to make her shine. So after I 6-starred her, I never even finished her masteries. She just sat in my vault for like a couple of... She's still in the vault. I do have better options on my main account, but still, she's definitely really good for boss killing. 100%, that's a good choice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it depends
yeah, I mean,
how everyone likes her, like
exactly. It depends on the
I see her like
account.
in
Depends what you
Shogun. She's
choose.
doing a lot.
Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
depends. Like if you have double gnus, like I have, I don't need a win spell.
Obviously,
Yeah.
yeah. All
Okay,
right. So what's
my
yours?
epic choice is gonna have to. You know what? I actually had somebody else first on the different on the list. I had Mordecai on the list before
Okay.
because Mordecai is really helpful because of the HP one it brings that unlocks Spider, unlocks Hydra, and all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
But because of another choice that I already made on my list, I don't need that HP burn anymore. So
Okay.
I said, you know what? Let me get him out. There's definitely tons of good options, but I chose to go with Farrakhan the Fat.
Oh yeah,
The
amazing.
thing is,
Amazing.
again, for overall utility, he's so amazing. He brings you decreased defense on the A1. He brings you an ally attack with increased crit damage on the A3. He brings 2 poisons and HP burn on the A2. And he has some self-sustain where he deflects some of the damage onto other people. So that makes him so good because your poisons and HP burn, this can help you in Dragon. This can help you in Ice Golem. This can help you in the Demon Lord. This can help you in Doom Tower. Decreased defense. Any boss fight for single target, he brings you that. Fire Knight, he brings the ally attack. The only spot where he's not amazing or like OP for is the spider. You might not use him there for spider, but everywhere else, Farrakhan is just amazing. He's definitely the best epic ally attacker in the game.
Oh
And
yeah, for sure.
he just unlocks so many things as well. And paired with the Cold Heart, Fire Knight's easy peasy basically.
Yes, I mean I'm still using him for my Fire Knight stage 7. I can't go
Yeah.
any further, but he is there paired with Lady Mikage. Both of them.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it makes my my run easy, but
it
it
helps.
makes it doable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, well, Knut will be amazing there, but he is an amazing champion. And, yeah, I actually used him quite a lot in Clan Boss. For quite a while until I got the Lady Mikage. He was always
Yeah.
part of my Clan Boss. For the ally
Definitely.
attack and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your
All right.
first
Legendary.
legendary? Yes.
Okay. I will go for the most obvious one. Is Duchess. Obviously.
Yes.
I mean, like I said, after I pulled her and then I stopped playing, when I came back to the game, having her in my team allowed me to do pretty much all the content in the game,
Yeah.
because she's absolutely amazing. So damage mitigation, I actually made a video about her, recently. She is absolutely amazing. One of the best champions even though people say she's not that good anymore, she's not an S tier anymore. Before she used to be like top 5. Now people say I think she's still top 5.
It's
100%.
end game. They're talking end game. They're talking end game, and I'm guessing the thing is now they get compared with Mythicals, and Mythicals, some of them bring so much more. They're like, but still, like you said, if somebody starts playing Raid Shadow Legends today, and one of the first champions they pull is Duchess Lilith, they're gonna enjoy the game so much more because of her. AoE revives, good survivability. She helps you even in clan boss. You can speed tool with her because she has the block debuffs. Just like the Sepulchre build, she's amazing. I remember actually doing some takeovers for somebody. They didn't have Sepulchre, but they have Duchess. So I put Duchess in that 4-3 ratio instead of Sepulchre and made some cool teams. So I was gonna pick this one as well myself, but I said, you know what? Let me give it a different spin. Let me pick something different. And this might surprise you with my pick, but it might not. But I basically picked something that kind of trivializes all content in the game. If I say that, can you tell who I'm talking? Like any wave, it's just destroyed. Like you don't worry about waves if you have him.
No. Who comes to mind right now? As a wave killer, right?
As a wave controller. Let's make it
wave
easy.
Controller.
He was a fusion.
I don't know. Nobody comes to mind right now.
My boy Armand's.
Armand's. Okay.
If you start your account with an Armand's, any wave is easy peasy for you. The control that he brings with his A2 is just mind-blowing. He basically makes any wave content 0, none, doesn't matter. Because
Okay.
he steals all the turn meter, then he places a stun. He gets another turn, they get the turn, but they're stunned. Then by the time he goes again, he has the A2 again. So he trivializes the waves in any content in the game that he's, from my point of view, he's the best one for something like that to start with. That's why I chose him instead of going with the Duchess. Because
I don't have him.
basically, if you don't die, you don't need a revival, right?
Yeah.
If they
Yeah,
don't
that's
move,
true.
they can't kill you. So it's
That's
kind of
true.
like, I said, you know what? Faraki will call her killing the boss part. Armand's dealing with the waves. It's definitely going to be pretty easy. So that's why I chose with him. I just love him. He obviously makes arena good as well. He has his speed in arena. He has the sheep as well. The A1.
Yeah.
It's just, Armand's is top tier. I just love him. He's basically the meta in live arena, but not only that, he can, any account is power boosted by him if you get him. So that's why I chose him as this one.
No, I don't. I look at him and I see him as an arena champion, right? Which is why I never thought about. I don't have him because I didn't fuse him. Like I said, I didn't fuse pretty much any of the champions. But I see him mostly as an arena. I never thought about him being good for waves and stuff like that. Because when you think waves, what's the best champion, right? It's Seer. So
Exactly.
So
But we're
you
not
don't-
talking end game. We're talking early game account.
Of course, early game, yeah, of course.
And even by the time you get Seer, you need buffs, you need increased defense.
Exactly,
It's a little bit tricky. When you have a stacked account like my Kraken self, I'm not a Kraken, just been playing for 5 years, but when you have a stacked account like mine, it definitely becomes a lot easier, when you have all of these epics, legendaries. But we start off...
Interesting choice, very, very interesting choice.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your void choice? Who's your legendary void choice?
Man, I have a hard time here between two champions who are. I really like these two, and I don't have either of them. And it's either Acrisia or Krisk.
Okay, who
But
are
I
you going
think
with then?
I will go for Krisk. Because I don't know, Krisk, he's an old school champion, You have two of them. Of course.
Remember your collab, guys. I have to say this. So on his collab, we basically made the 5 most wanted. All of his most wanted, I have dupes of. I have 2 of
Oh
each.
my
So it's like it seems like Krisk.
Yeah.
I just recently pulled a dupe, and it was only in the last year that I actually pulled my first Krisk. So to be fair, but yeah, go on. Why do you like Krisk so much?
Man, he has everything. This dude, he can be useful anywhere in the game, right? So he, at this point, I mean, you can get to a point where you don't even need a reviver in your team, like to what you said with Armas, right? You have this dude in your team, you can do whatever you want, increase defense with ally protection, continuous heal, provokes, like everything. This guy is absolutely amazing. And I really wish, if you can choose one, go for him, right? Hydra as well, he's gonna be amazing in Hydra. Clan boss as well, I think he can help you go to 1 key Ultra Nightmare. If you have him and Duchess and I even like a Cold Heart or I don't know Armas, how good he's gonna be in Clan Boss, but some of these champions that we talked about, I think, because that's basically, in my opinion, that would be the goal, right? To 1 key Ultra Nightmare, so you can have access to more shards, like good shards, right? Like sacreds and stuff like that. And I think he's an amazing champion that I would choose him.
That's the thing. That's definitely a good choice. I want to mention a little bit somebody that, from my point of view, would be the best non-void legendary for people to go with because the clan boss would be Wixwell, because he on his own unlocks.
Of course.
He unlocks, but for overall versatility, Wixwell just he's kind of stuck there up until you get some other stuff later on. So having someone like a Krisk, like you mentioned, well, guess what? Krisk was actually my void legendary on the list. Because to your point, he brings so much in his kit that any single team that you bring him in, he's going to help you. That AoE decrease speed, good for waves. Like, let's say you don't have the Armans for my list. AoE decrease speed, good for waves, good for bosses, good for Hydra. AoE ally protection and buff increase. Basically, if you have somebody else that brings some good buffs in there, he keeps increasing them. It's on a 3-turn. That's massive. With the A3 as well, the AoE provoke, waves are never moving. And then not only that, if you're doing stuff like Scarab, guess what? He starts with a shield. You don't even need the shield set. Starts with a shield for Scarab King. You already start with mitigate damage mitigation. Plus, when he gets hit, decrease defense, decrease attack goes out there. Yeah, he's arguing, from my point of view, like, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Who do you think is the best Void Legendary to start an account with? From my point of view, and it seems like from Vortex's point of view, both say that it's Krisk. Because he just brings so much. I definitely agree with you on this one. So, I guess...
I was going for Acrisia, but like I said, then I bring Whisper to the table, and I was like, I have Whisper to do a lot of the damage. So, but Acrisia, obviously, if
She would
you
make,
want to choose her, whew, she's
she
gonna
would
be.
make the list. The damage that she puts, the output
Yeah.
of the damage that she brings, and the AoE of it, and survivability. I don't have her. She's I would not
Yeah.
mind getting her. I'm a little bit happy. I got the budget version of him from the where is he? I got a budget version of Acrisia in Marius.
Oh,
I love this guy.
Marius, yeah.
He's amazing. You're gonna have fun once you get him. Like he's
I tested
argument.
him. I tested him. I got another. I took over another account of someone in the clan, and I tested him there. But obviously, I don't have him. I'm working towards him. So I saw your
Trust
video.
me,
He's like,
you're gonna love it. He's my favorite champion right now. I have him everywhere. I threw him even in arena, in Hydra. He's in all my teams.
Yeah,
he's let me show you. He's in my arena team. He's over here as my nuker. He's my campaign farmer. As like, he's everywhere. Like, I got it, boss. I just love Marius.
but this Marius is one that everyone will get eventually at some point. Which is
after 5
otherwise,
years.
yeah, doesn't matter. But you still get him because otherwise I would have put a Marius in my list
true.
here. But then I said,
Same.
you'll get him eventually, like Lydia or what's his name? Yakar. Yakar is one of my favorites now. I don't know. I like him to pair him with another with Supreme Elhaid. No, what's the other one?
Supreme Aethel.
Yeah, I like to pair them together because she's doing a lot of damage if they're under freeze, and he's freezing them. And I like it's a fun team. It's not like the strongest one, but it's a fun team that I like to play around sometimes in waves and stuff like that.
I mean, if you were that unlucky to pull a Supreme Aethel, sorry, then might as well play with her a bit.
Yeah, I mean she's a decent one. She's not the best one, but she's a decent champion. If you have her, right?
No,
you don't have her. When you will get her, try her. You'll be surprised. I wasn't thinking she's gonna be that great.
I hope never. I'm not gonna lie. I'm at a point on my account because, like I said, I'm basic endgame, beat everything. I do 500 billion in Hydra and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's nowhere I can see that she can help me. Like I have better AoE freezers, I have other stuff, so it's like she's one of the ones that, like, yes, every single champion in the game has a role, can be useful with stuff. She's not one of those that you would want to see when you pull your voids. She's not the one that you want to see coming out, right?
Or
they would rather see a Vitreous. I would rather see a Constantine. At least he could be interesting for live arena. I prefer to see a Venus, a Cardial.
I mean, Vitreous, I have one, and he's empowered as well, and I'm gonna say he's not that amazing as you think he is. He's doing quite a lot of damage, but he's really squishy. This guy, he can't stand too many hits.
Look at that defense.
Yeah, he's really squishy, and I tried him in some teams. Yes, if he gets the turn, he's gonna destroy. But you can't use him for waves or stuff like that because he's gonna die soon. So
I mean, that's kind of the case with this guy as well. I just pulled him recently. That's kind of the case with Georgette. He's a squishy. Look at his HP, 13,000. If he gets hit, he falls down, he crumbles. But if he gets a chance, let the nukers nuke. That's the goal. Let the nukers nuke.
Of course.
But anyway, we digressed. Let's jump. I guess we're on to the last one.
Mythic.
So what would be your mythic?
Well, just because I have him, I will say Gizmak in the Ogryn tribes.
Yeah.
Now, since I pulled this guy, my account changed completely. Honestly, like this guy, he's an amazing. Like in his base form, with his A3, he puts increased speed, increased crit rate, crit damage on 3 turns. The HP burn is not a skill. It places the HP burn regardless whenever he takes a turn. Okay, as long as you have 100% crit rate, he's gonna do that. His A2 in his base form, he will activate the HP burn, which is amazing. He's not doing a lot of damage, but it's all about his alternate form and the kaboom skill, the A2. The A2, it's absolutely amazing. It destroys everything.
I got kaboomed once in live arena.
I mean, he took me from I think silver 3 all the way to gold 1 now in live arena, thanks to him. Okay, because whenever he gets that turn, I go with his A3 in his alternate form. If they have stone skin, I activate the HP burn. Stone skin is gone. Okay. If they don't have stone skin, I change to alternate form and I do the kaboom, which this is something important that a lot of people, they ignore this. He actually ignores block damage. Okay, nobody actually pays attention to this. With his passive, if you look at the passive, if they're under HP burn, you will ignore block damage.
Oh.
And a lot of people don't pay attention to this one. And when he does that kaboom, I see like teams with Mariska, he's placing the HP burn, Mariska activates the block damage, and maybe they feel, oh, I'm safe now. And then he goes with kaboom, and he's gone.
They're out.
Yeah,
That's a good
he's
point.
an amazing champion.
I didn't know all of his kit, but this part is really important. I guess that's why I get destroyed sometimes.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I guess I need to put Gizman. Let me put him quick on my most wanted list.
Yeah, he is an amazing. So yeah, for me, if I had to choose, I know there's a lot of other mythicals out there that are amazing, but just because I have him and I know his kit very well, I think he will be amazing. Plus, the Pain Link, Unkillable, Taunt, Ally Protection, like this dude, he can do a lot,
Yeah, he's definitely somebody that would bring utility everywhere. With the HP bonus, he would help you for Spider, for Doomtar bosses. Ally Protection, he's a good viable option for Hydra. Pair him with Krisk and Demon Lord, you're good to go.
Yeah.
That's it. 100, it's like one kill to nightmare, here I come.
The thing is, because we were talking about this in the other video, there is that thing with the passive, with the A3, with the Pain Link, which has some good potential. The problem is I still need some champions with a shield, so I can test that theory. Because so far I haven't seen anyone testing that one. They all tested with block damage. It's not working. And the Unkillable, it works until turn 50. But the Demon Lord, it will do a lot of damage after turn 50, right?
Yeah, you want to see what damage numbers it puts.
Yeah, after the turn 50, the Demon Lord will start to do a ton of damage, and the Pain Link will reflect a ton of damage back to the Demon Lord, I think it's like 75%. And he has some potential, but I can't test it. I think it was 75 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they should have it here, unless they didn't put it.
Yeah, there is. It is there.
Okay, there we go. And receives 100% damage inflicted to them.
Oh, okay.
Receives a percentage. Doesn't say exactly what percentage.
No, I think
where's Saphira?
I'm pretty sure there was something, but I can't remember. Anyway, I know he's reflecting a ton of damage back.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we're digressing. So for me, he would be my number one mythical. To choose as a starter.
Yeah, definitely a good choice because he brings versatility. He's good overall. Definitely be somebody that's gonna be cool. Okay, on to my one. Then, okay, this one is not somebody I have. I haven't seen videos on him. I just seen a few things that I looked through his kit. And I feel, again, because of the choice that we have, like what would POWERSTART an account, my choice is actually going to be Alaz. I feel like he would be one that would help you a ton because, again, Insane Kid, it's mostly like in his base form, he brings you AoE counterattack and block damage. Okay, this one's only 3 turn. He's the only other AoE counterattack champion that was released in the game in 5 years of the game.
Yeah.
There were 3 at the beginning, Valk, Martyr, and Skullcrusher. And he's the only one after 5 years that brings AoE counterattack. And I thought, you know what? Him with the AoE counterattack and block damage, amazing, definitely for the Demon Lord. Basically, pair that with the Crest that I chose with the Farrakhan. You're on your way again to a 1 kill to Nightmare.
Yeah.
On the A2 as well, he brings AoE increased defense for everybody, which my team didn't have because with Chris have increased speed. This one brings AoE decreased defense. He can hit really hard. I'm not going to go through the passive, quirky passive as well. But the cool thing and the reason why I scrapped Mordecai is because of his alternate form. He brings my AoE HP burn. AoE HP burn, baby. There we go. It's like this covers me for the Spider Fando HP burn. It brings True Fear for the Spider Links. It brings, it covers everything that I need. He's the missing link. He also brings healing in this form. So I felt like Alaz was my missing link for the whole team. I'm glad that we started from the bottom because it made it so much better. Because that way we know why I didn't pick an HP burner, why I didn't. It's like, okay, what's the rest of the clan boss team? Well, there it is. I just need to pull a rare that gives me block debuffs and a good for Demon Lord.
Yeah, of course. I mean, at the end, I was having this conversation with someone. I made a video about Ratalos, and he was saying, you're showcasing him with all the buffs and the debuffs on the enemy, right? And I was like, yeah, but that's kind of what you need, So when you choose your first 5, you need to look at all the buffs and the debuffs that you need for every fight, right? Which is why I made my choices and you made yours. Because you're not thinking just, I want someone who with enemy max HP to do a ton of damage. Yeah, but what about debuffs? What about buffs, right? You need to think about everything together. Which is
Exactly.
what I told that person. I was like, yeah, that's how you have to play the game. I can't show you a Rathalos with no buffs or no debuffs. Like, it's not gonna do much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there are
and
people
alas, he can do
sometimes.
a lot.
There are people sometimes they just say like that. Oh, you showed this, you showed that. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try and make a video with 5 Armigers. If I do that, they'll be like, I don't have 5 Armigers. You can never please them. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, the whole
No,
idea is like you said, people need to understand sometimes when they say that or when they see that this game is mostly about team synergy and team comps. Yeah, there are
exactly.
certain things that you can solo with some champions that can make sense sometimes for efficiency or speed, but mostly it's about team synergy. That's why, like you said, I
Exactly.
picked 5 people that I would believe would be the best ones to power start an account, and you picked the 5 people that you thought were the best ones to power start an account. But
Yeah.
I think we're at a good point. This one, I really like your choices.
Yes.
I'm glad that we agreed on one. I expected more, but I'm glad that
Ah,
we agreed at least on one of them.
on Chris, yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
yeah,
he's amazing. Anyway,
yeah, we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. Again, we have a collab on Vortex's side. Make sure you click the link; it's gonna be in the description and the pinned comment. Go watch that video as well. We're talking over there about our five most
wanted.
wanted champions on our account. While you're there, like the video, subscribe to this channel. Let's get this man famous as well. And yeah, thank
Okay.
you, Vortex, for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me,
It was
and
a
I will
pleasure.
see you in the next one, maybe.
Yep.
All
Who
right.
knows? Who knows? Maybe in a couple of months, I see that you passed me 20,000 subscribers and like, can I have a collab you?
Yeah, we call a scratch as well. They make a team of
Yeah,
Romanians here together.
exactly. Triple trouble with
Yeah,
Romanians.
triple trouble. Anyway,
Yeah, but yeah,
thank you
thank you
for
guys
having
for
me.
watching. Yeah, thanks for being here. Thank you guys for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, run.
Bye.
Bye, guys.